Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. No, I'm just playing with y'all. We're gonna do a real talk, coffee talk. I should say coffee talk, not real talk. While we're up here, look what I got going on here. Do you see that beauty? I have been doing a lot of them. There's some on the kitchen table, there's some downstairs in the basement. I'll show you guys those once we get down there since that's where we're gonna be doing the talk. Look how beautiful they are. Okay, but one thing I will never, ever, ever buy and repot again, this damn cactus. I thought this was gonna be the easy one, as opposed to like these scary looking ones, which I have quite a few of them. No, I was picking shit out of my hands for like 2 days after doing that one, and I even wore gloves, so I'm like, how did this even happen? It doesn't even look like it has anything, but it has like little red things that stay in you, and oh my god, terrible, terrible. I will never do that one again. Never buying another one. I put that one away from kids and even adults because I'm just like, I feel bad if anyone were to touch it. But that's the only one I'm like, no, never again. Yeah, we have a lot more plants we added to our new addition, but let's show you guys what we're doing here.
Well, first, our liquor section is looking weak.
Oh my god, it is looking so weak. So we're working on our like whole podcast setup. And right now we're just like working on a design, but we took all the liquor from here and now it looks like we're alcoholics. That's what it looks like. Like we can't keep a stash because we'd be drinking it. Look at this baby. I showed it on Snapchat, repotting it. Let me tell you, I wore 3 garden gloves, like those thick gloves, 3 pairs. And then he had to come help me too. But it's a beauty, it's a nice beauty. You know what I call this? The anti-stealing food area, because I think your brother was sitting here and he reached over for my noodles and he went, so I was like, that's what you get for trying to get to my noodles. It works perfect. But let me show you guys the setup for our podcast area. So we first did it on the floor before we put any holes in our walls. We're smart cookies like that. We did order more of these cartons, whatever you want to call them, but that's kind of the idea. I've been trying to find lights that work better, like smaller and darker. Huh?
They're flickering.
Oh, let's talk about that, guys, because it's really annoying. The lights on my fridge are not, they don't actually flicker, they're steady. The problem is when technology, like a camera hits it, it goes crazy on the camera. I am not tech savvy. I do not know the science behind this or why it happens. My lights are not being crazy. Just so y'all know, if someone is wise on the topic, go ahead and shower us with your wisdom. I don't know why it does it, but it does it.
Let's go.
Let's go back. I've been trying to find like dark colored ones and smaller, but I can't.
So they're not gonna work for the vlog.
Apparently they're not gonna, I'll have them off, I guess. Yeah, because with all those lights going berserk behind me, people are gonna be like, I can't pay attention. In that case, I wouldn't blame you, because that would be like fireworks behind me while we're talking. So I guess we won't have the lights on, but we're still putting the lights.
So I guess we're saving money.
No, we're still putting the lights, because I think visually, when we have people down there and we're playing poker, it'll look pretty. So
this is the first setup.
First setup, a lot more to build. This is just one part of the wall. We still have another section of the wall to do. But yeah, that's kind of a little peek. Lots of new plants, guys. Look at these 2 babies. They're new. They're amazing. This is amazing. It's like a sword coming out. I don't know. It's cool. It's not going to stay that way. I wish it did, but it will flourish. Let's go in the basement, guys. So down here we have a gray theme. So we have these like little metal boxes, and I did plant some of these guys in here. We also have in this corner a really cool plant. It's in its baby years, so it looks kind of sad. It is going to grow much bigger. These leaves are ginormous. Look at that leaf, the size of it. They're more coming from, they actually come from the center up, so it's going to grow kind of massive. That's what I wanted. I still want another big plant down here, probably by the TV, just to balance it all out and get some good quality air in here. Anyways, let's sit down at a boring podcast area, because this will eventually be the wall that is completely changed. It's gonna look like an amusement park back there. No, really, it's gonna look crazy. I'm excited. Anyways, let's just jump into this. We have 3 topics we're gonna talk about. And the first one being, what is the first one being? Muscle imbalances. Why and what can you do to fix this? Why do muscle imbalances happen? Now, you might think this isn't such a big deal, kind of like me, but when a girl has one glute bigger than the other, then things can get a little weird. I had that, like, actually a really bad problem with this. Mine was more, I thought it was one butt cheek bigger than the other because my husband would always be behind me, like, adjusting my pants because my jeans, like, the line down the middle was never down the middle, so he would always adjust it. So I thought for a while, I was like, oh, it has to be like one butt cheek is bigger than the other, and it did appear that way. But I went to a chiropractor who scanned my body, did an x-ray, and my hips were actually tilted, so that's what was causing my pants to shift on me. I don't have that problem anymore. So one thing could be that maybe something in your body is tilted, like has shifted out of position. But the other thing, yeah, muscle imbalances do happen. It's very, very common. Like, this bicep is my good bicep. I don't, like, you know, even though I work it. And the reason for this is I just use this one more. It's my writing hand. It's just, I do everything with this. I still hold my daughter with this hand. So this arm will always be like way more advanced than this arm. The way you stand, if you put all your weight on one leg all the time, that one leg is going to advance more than the other one. Same thing like if you have a job that requires you to use one hand more, one leg more, it's always gonna happen. So it's very normal. Almost everyone will have muscle imbalances. Now the way to fix this is super simple. Work that side more. That's it. Just keep working it more. Work the weak side more. Yeah, that's what I meant. Work the weak side more. Something for glutes though, if you do actually have a muscle imbalance in the glutes, that means that that leg is weak altogether. So doing something like pistol squats will help develop that entire leg and glute area. If it's really just the glute, you can do a lot of isolated glute workouts, like single leg lunges where you can just focus on the one leg, one glute. You can do like bridge, pelvic raises, but using one leg. You know how you see me doing two at the same time? Well, you can lower the weight and just do the one weak side. Things like that to kind of fix it. Now for guys, if it's your upper body, same difference, you know, like for me, if my bicep really bugged me, I would just do an extra set on my weak side and I could eventually even out those muscle imbalances. So it's pretty much just as simple as using the weaker side a little bit more. You don't necessarily have to change your daily life habits because I mean, that would be like, you have to be aware of everything your body is doing at all times of days and all times of the day, and that's just really difficult. So if you want to fix it, if it bugs you, you can fix it like that. Some things just don't bug me as much, so I'm not really going to care about this bicep right now. Maybe in the future. The next topic, which I'm getting a lot of people asking me, is how do you know the difference between muscle soreness and a muscle injury? I'm gonna send you guys in the past. I did have a video on this. I'm just gonna crop out that little part where I talk about it. Oh, let's talk about soreness. Something that often gets brought up, which for a while the trend was that being sore was bad for you. Let's start with clearing that up. No, being sore is good. You know, when you really push your workout to the point where you get to those last reps that really burn, what happens is you're breaking muscle fibers. So during the recovery process, you feel soreness. This is the muscle fibers repairing. And you want this to happen during a workout because then they get stronger and they grow. That's how you get a booty. That's how you get bigger legs. That's how you get muscle definition, by making it grow. If you're never challenged, you never get sore, which I'll get to that point, like about whole soreness and it going away in a second. But if you never work to be challenged, good luck. It's gonna take you a long time before you see good progress. But taking it to the next point, people are like, well, I'm sore, should I just take the day off? Should I, you know, push leg day? And I usually tell my clients, unless you're like sore to the point that you can't even do one squat, you really shouldn't keep pushing leg day. And the reason for this is your body, it's going to be programmed to do what it thinks you're trying to make it do. So say you're always going to have leg day every third day. You got to get your body on check with that. You know, you got to get your body to know you got to recover by this day. If you're always pushing it back, then recovery takes a bit longer. So your body will get used to the frequency, the intensity, and then eventually you will not get as sore. And this is where people say, well, if I'm not sore, doesn't mean I'm not progressing. No, not at all. Eventually your body will get used to that stress. If you are a beginner, obviously you're gonna feel really sore. Like, I even forgot what that feels like. I pity you guys because I'm pretty sure it's bad, but my body will never get that sore anymore. I have to do something like super ridiculous to get super sore. Doesn't mean I'm not progressing. I haven't gotten like really, really sore can't even remember, honestly. And I've still been progressing, still building muscle. So that is not really a concern, but that's kind of how soreness works. You do want soreness. If you get it, woohoo, I get excited because I don't get it very often, but just because you don't get sore, unless you're a beginner, you shouldn't really worry that much. But if you're a beginner and you're not getting sore, chances are you are not doing enough. And now for the last concern, someone said, what is the difference? Like, her husband was concerned that she was pushing too hard, and what is the difference between muscle and muscle injury and soreness? Like, how can you tell the difference? And I simply told her, soreness doesn't really last more than 3 days unless you're a complete newbie, where it may last a little bit longer. And it usually kicks in the day after or even 2 days after. Now, if you're feeling pain during the workout, that's a muscle injury, that's not soreness. And if it lasts like way longer than 3 days, you're going into 5, 6, past a week, you've injured yourself. So soreness is it's like the next day to day 3, and then after that, it should really not be around anymore. So that's kind of how you know the difference, but I think you'll know. I think when you hurt yourself, you'll know, so if you're worried and you don't know the difference, it's because you haven't hurt yourself, which is great.
I don't know.
But
first week, you feel it. Like
do you?
Yeah.
I don't have first weeks anymore. Maybe you take a little bit longer breaks and then, well, you don't do leg day as much as me. So when you do leg day, girls, if your guy makes fun of you, just like I said at the beginning about it, make him do my leg day for all my clients. If he makes fun of you, just get him on my leg day and then he'll be quiet. This one can't handle leg day. I also want to plug in, if you're new to the channel, even if you're not new to the channel, I do have a lot of videos, way over like 300, maybe even 400 now. Everything you can think of, we have probably already thought of, more because we did like daily vlogs, so we were challenged to come up with a new topic or a new thing to talk about. So a lot of questions that are currently being asked have already been answered. So go through, look around, have fun. I mean, the channel's free. Have at it, Also, I don't spend a lot of time on DMs, personal messages. I do have a lot of clients I work with one-on-one every single day, so I don't have time for DMs. I get DMs, how do I fix this? Or how do I get a smaller tummy? And basic, simple questions that are not so basic and simple to answer. It's easy to ask it, very complex to answer. It takes more than just, I could say a good diet and workout regimen. That would be my answer, and I would come off as a total biatch, But honestly, I can't sit there and answer everyone's question in detail. That's why I have my plans, guys, to work with you one-on-one on the daily, help you guys out with personal messages, or, the videos if you don't really want to sign up. There's a bunch of videos answering a lot of questions, and I usually always pick the questions that are most people want. Like, I go based off if they have like 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 likes on their comment. Okay, people want to know that, so then I'll answer that. All right, so we're just gonna wrap it up here. As always, guys, if you enjoyed the video, you don't have anything to say, at least hashtag love it, so I know you love it. That really motivates me, keeps me inspired, keeps me going. Make sure to like the video, make sure to be subscribed, hit an ED at the end of subscribe, hit that little bell right by subscribe so you're notified every single time I post a video, and until next time, bye guys.